Okay, Tubers, as promised, this is part 4 of my travel to the UK, and I just want to point some things out to you on my travel. Travel in the UK. So I traveled from England and Scotland and Ireland, and throughout the travel, when I get to the destination, my experience were awesome, just awesome experience. But 3 things happened which left a nasty taste in my mouth and a terrible impression on a very bad impression on National Express and Ryanair. So I'm going to tell you what happened. So I was in Liverpool, and my next trip was from Liverpool to Edinburgh, Scotland. So from Liverpool, I had to go to Dublin and make a connection from Dublin to Edinburgh. So the plane was Ryanair. Ryanair was supposed to have left Liverpool on about 12:10 p.m. that day. I'm traveling. The flight was delayed for over an hour, almost 2 hours, a long time. We were delayed. So the connection was about an hour and a half. If I had gotten there in Dublin, I would have 1 hour and a half to catch the plane, and that would, the connection, I would miss the plane. So what happened was, when we finally left Liverpool, we got to Dublin, and then by the time we got there, the plane had already left for Edinburgh. So I just headed straight to the Ryanair ticket counter. So I stand in line. When I get to the counter, I told the lady what happened and that I'm looking for to catch the next flight to go to Edinburgh. So she said to me, what? I told her that the plane from Liverpool to Dublin was delayed over an hour. So she grabbed the phone and talked to some people. I don't know who she's talking to. She come back. That will cost you 100 euros, she tells me, to get a new ticket. So what? Ryanair, I'm coming from Liverpool to be connected here to Edinburgh on Ryanair, and you are going to charge me 100 euros because the plane left already? I missed the flight. I missed the flight because of Ryanair, not me. I was on time. Ryanair was delayed. She tell me, no, well, that's the policy. We have to charge you 100 euro for a new ticket. I was steaming, man. I was steaming. So I said, you know what? I said to myself, okay, let me see if there's another flight that I could catch from Dublin to Edinburgh for less than 100 euros, because the flights, I realized were very cheap. Well, I wouldn't say cheap, just very affordable. Okay, so I didn't find anything, so I came back to the counter. I had no choice. I had to pay the 100 euro. I had to pay the 100 euro. If I was late, if I had caused myself to be late, then no problem. I pay the 100 euro and just go about my business. But seeing that Ryanair was the one who caused me to be late and miss the flight, and they in turn charged me 100 euros, I was steaming. The following day, I got an email from Ryanair. Oh, well, with a survey, tell us how we did on our flight. I did tell them how they did. Terrible, So I'm hoping that someone will call me to ask me why I give them such a bad rating. You know what I mean? I just want them to call me. Anyway, I move on to Scotland, and as you can see my previous video, I had a great time in Scotland. So that's one event. The next event was I was coming from Scotland now, heading to Birmingham, and this time it was EasyJet. Now, this is what I've been traveling throughout UK with. This is my shoulder bag, you know, shoulder bag, and my backpack. That's it. So I traveled throughout just with this. So when I got to EasyJet line and went up to scan my ticket, lady looked at me and said, "No, we just allow one bag." I said, "I just have one bag." So no, you have that bag. I said, "This is a shoulder bag. This is like my wallet, my big wallet across my." No, you have to go check it in. You have to check in one of the bag. I'm like, what the hell we're talking about? So at the back of the line, she said, "Go down there and see that guy, talk to him." So I went down there, and there was this guy with this thing to measure the bag, you know, small ass thing like this to measure the bag. Usually they have two size for the knapsack and a bigger one, but this one just had one right there, tiny thing. So of course my bag couldn't fit in there. So I stuffed this bag into this, and then when I see that it couldn't fit, I take it out and it still wouldn't fit. So I say, okay. Guy tells me that's gonna be 48 pounds. Oh man. What you gonna do? What am I gonna do? Okay, so I paid the 48 pounds. Went on thing. All right. You think it got better? Wait. So we took off from Birmingham, like from Edinburgh in the morning, I'd say about 7 o'clock. So the journey was pretty short, less than an hour flight down to Birmingham. So when I got to Birmingham, I just walked through and go straight out. So I decided to take the bus, which is the National Express bus, right? The city bus, National Express in Birmingham. So I put my address in, and Google Maps says, okay, you need to take the 97, then the 28 bus to get to your destination. When the bus arrived, I walk in the bus, and they have this thing that you scan your card with. And I put my phone, and at the same time I did that, I was talking to the driver to verify my route, to make sure I was going on the right place, you know, the right, take the right bus to go where I'm going. So after speaking to the driver, I went and sit down, take a seat. The following stop, the next stop, some inspectors came into the bus. They're checking for ticket. So, you know, check ticket. So show me your card that you used to tap. So I showed my phone and my credit card was on it. He passed me, go back, and he came back to me and says, "You didn't pay." I said, "Yes, I did pay." So well, we don't show any records of it here that you pay. So I said, well, okay. If apparently it didn't go through, because I was talking to the driver and probably I didn't realize it didn't go through. So let me tap it again and pay. He said, no, you can't do that. It's too late. You got to come off the bus. Okay. No choice. I had to get off the bus. Went outside. He started, doing some paperwork. Before you know it, he says, that will be 50 pounds. 50 pounds for what? He said, because you didn't pay. I say, I offered I didn't realize the thing hadn't gone through. And then I asked you to let me tap it again. And you tell me, no, I know you're going to charge me 50 pounds. Yes, we have to charge you 50 pounds. So I'm like, what the hell is going on here? 50 pounds. I said to the guy, Listen, this is the first time I'm taking the bus here, right? And I took out my passport and I showed it to him. I'm a visitor, and I just landed here this morning. Take the bus to go to my destination, right? So why should I be paying £50? You know, I don't I'm not aware of all your rules here. So, you know, at least you can say, well then, okay, give me a warning or something, you know, but he's gonna charge me £50. So I take out my driver's license and I show him my passport and all that. He didn't care. £50, okay? So I paid, and then I contacted National Express and I send them all the documents. I send them copies of the receipts. I send them copy of my passport, you know, take a picture of the outside of the passport and send it to them, my driver's license, to prove that I am indeed a traveler. I'm just visiting the UK for a short time. And of course, first time I'm taking the bus here. Didn't work. It tells me, no, £50. You know, I mean, it just left a bad impression, man. I just couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? At least, you know, say, okay, we charge you £10 or something, you know. Seeing that I'm a visitor just come in, but didn't care. So, tip for you: if you come to the UK, make sure that you carry a little bag like this if you're gonna have on to check on, right? And make sure that you have at least an hour and a half, 2 hours for your connection when you connect in flight, just in case the other flight delay, like what happened to me. Thirdly, you know, just use a credit card and push it in instead of tapping the phone, because actually several times I've used the tap function in this phone to buy something, and it just didn't go through. It just take a long time to go through. So just use a credit card instead of the tap. At least on my phone, it give me a problem. So those are lessons learned. And so if you come into the UK, be aware of their system and their rules over here, because they don't give you any chance, man. They just sock it to you, you know. They just sock it to you. Yeah, they just sock it to you. And I tell you, you know, I don't mind if I do something, you know, I'll pay the fine, you know. But in this case, man, it's you know, it just left a bad taste in my mouth, man. Yeah. But overall, the experience in UK was great, you know, except those 3 mishaps, you know, which left, you know, just, yeah, traumatized me. Yeah, that's the word. It traumatized me. So, all right, tubers, catch you on the next one. Bye. Hi, tubers. Good news indeed. So, I told you about the incident with the National Express charging me £50 for not paying. Well, I have good news. I just received an email from National Express, and they informed me that they have rescinded this charge and is going to give me back my money. So they send me a reference number and a telephone number to call. So I called the telephone number, and sure enough, gave them my credit card. The lady says, okay, your money should arrive in your account within 48 hours. Now, that's good news. 2 thumbs up for National Express for coming through. They said this National Express stated in their email that this was a goodwill gesture. So I really appreciate that. So £50 is £50, which amounts to be about almost $70. So that's a lot of money, right? So great news from National Express. So I just want to give you a follow-up on this, and they are off my dirty list. National Express came through, and I really, really appreciate that. Thank you for watching.